everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen and it is officially springtime. Can you believe it? Because I can't. When I think of spring decor or desserts, just overall spring aesthetic, I think of florals, of course, but in recent years I've really just started decorating my home with various fruits around springtime. Not even fruit that's like particularly ripe in the spring. For example, my coffee bar right now currently has a lot of pink florals, of course, because I love pink. But there are also lemons and strawberries and different banana decor on there. I guess fruit just makes me think of spring. I don't know. So for today's video, I wanted to do a dessert soap and I wanted it to be fruity. So we're doing banana cream pie. Oh, my dog's here to be in the video. Anyways, enough of the chit chat. Let's get to soap making. Alright, well, as per usual, I'm very excited for the soap that I'm making today. The fragrance oil that I'm using today is Banana Cream Pie by Nature's Garden. I first smelled this soap about a year ago or so and knew right away that I really wanted to make this soap. I just didn't really have a reason to at the time. So I'm very happy that the time has come. I'll also be incorporating a very small quantity of real banana into this soap, but I'll talk more about that later. I'm just preparing my lye water solution to start with. For this recipe, I need 6 ounces of water and 3.1 ounces of lye. And since all of the colors that I'm using for this soap are going to be light colors, I'm just going to add my titanium dioxide directly to my lye water solution here. Okay, off camera, I'm going to place my lye water into an ice bath. I read on Nature's Garden's website that the banana cream pie fragrance oil tends to accelerate soap batter a bit, so I want to work with very low temperatures today. I'm making 30 ounces of soap today, so to start my oils off, I'm doing 8 ounces of olive oil, 1 ounce of sweet almond oil, and 1 ounce of castor oil. Set this guy aside. Next up, I'm going to measure out 6 ounces of coconut oil to melt down. And next up, I'm melting down 4 ounces of palm oil. Alright, let's talk about colorant today. As previously mentioned, today I'm using titanium dioxide, not only to lighten up all of the batter, but also to whiten the whipped cream portion of this pie. So I've got that in a cup here. I also have some Yellow Vibrance by Nurture Soap. That will obviously be for the banana cream portion of the pie. And for the crust here, I'm using Honey Blush, also from Nurture Soap. Now I'm going to mix all my colorants with a tablespoon of oil directly from our batch here. And for the real banana that I'm incorporating into this soap, I have here a little less than a tablespoon of ground dehydrated banana. These banana chips did have some sugar added to them, so the sugar is going to create a really nice lather in the soap, and then the powder itself will just act as a very mild exfoliant. And I'm just going to put this into the crust of the soap, not the entire soap. Real quick, I'm going to measure out 0.6 ounces of my fragrance oil here. This smells so much like a real banana cream pie. It is one of my all-time favorite Nature's Garden scents. I've used it to make slime, bath bombs, a couple other bath products. So I'm very excited that I'm now using it in cold process soap. I just added about 0.4 ounces of vanilla color stabilizer to my fragrance oil. And that's because there is some vanillin in this oil and I don't want it to turn my soap batter brown. Alright, my oils and lye water solution are only about 4 degrees apart in temperature, so it's time to start blending them together. Alright, and now I'm just going to blend my lye water and oils to a very light trace. Okay, and I'm separating my batter. I want 8 ounces for the crust portion. I want about 10 ounces for the yellow banana cream portion. Alright, and the rest is going to stay white. I'll go ahead and add my colorant. Alright, and before I add my fragrance oil, I'm going to add the powdered banana to my crust color here. Alright, I'm going to add about 0.2 ounces of my fragrance oil here. Give that a quick yet gentle hand mix with my spatula. Make sure it's fully incorporated. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and pour this right into our mold here. Give this a good scrape to get all that soap out. Honestly, I'm not really seeing a crazy amount of acceleration like I expected. I was kind of preparing for the worst and expecting like soap on a stick action to happen, but I had plenty of working time there, so that's really nice. I actually need to let this set for a little bit, so while that's happening, I can go ahead and prepare my piping tip. I'm going to be adding little dollops of whipped cream soap on top of this pie. The tip I'm using is a Wilton's tip. It's 1M. And I realized this afternoon that I was out of piping bags, so I'm doing it the old-fashioned way with a Ziploc bag, and hopefully it holds up for me. Worst case scenario, I just have to glob on my whipped cream with a spoon, which is fine. It would probably give it an even more realistic look if I did it that way, actually. I also made these little banana slice embeds to go on top of the dollop of whipped cream. I made these by melting down some melt and pour soap, coloring them ever so slightly with my yellow vibrant mica, and then poured them into an old paper towel roll that was lined with wax paper. I used some brown oxide pigment to color on a little bit of brown color in the center of the slices, used my X-Acto knife to carve out a little bit of texture, and then used a little clay tool to dot on what's supposed to look like little seeds using kind of a mixture of black and brown oxide. I don't know, let me know if you think these look realistic or not. My husband mentioned that they kind of look like coconut slices, and now I kind of can't unsee that. But I'm still happy with them. I think you'll get the basic idea, especially ensembled with the rest of the pie soap. Alright, well my crust is looking pretty set here. I can go ahead and start mixing the fragrance oil into my yellow batter. I'm going to do another 2 ounces here. Oh, this smells so good. It makes me really want to go get some banana cream pie. Okay, and we'll pour this right on top here. I want to give this a quick tap down. I don't think I'm going to need to wait very long to pour my white batter on top, so I'm just going to go ahead and add my fragrance oil now. Just add everything that's left and give this guy a good stir. think I'm good to pour this on top too. If it breaks a little bit and blends with the yellow, that's okay. Alright, I've impromptu decided to give the top of this some texture because I was just kind of looking at banana cream pies and they're not necessarily smooth like this, you know, they've got peaks of whipped cream and whatnot, and so I just thought maybe I would add some intrigue by doing this. Alright, and I would say that the rest of my soap here is ready to be piped, so I'm going to pour it in my Ziploc bag here and hopefully it holds up for us. I cannot for the life of me find my rotating cake stand. It's fine. This isn't like the cleanest piping job. I think it's actually still a little runny, but that's all right. We'll add our bananas on top and I think it's gonna look good. Oh, this is beautiful. I love it so much. Okay, I'm going to spritz this down with rubbing alcohol. And I'm going to let this set for the next 24 hours before I go ahead and unmold it. I can't wait. I have very high hopes for this soap. Alright, it's the next day. I'm super excited to slice into this soap and see how it turned out. It smells amazing. This soap is everything I wanted it to be, everything I've dreamt of. You'll see it better in the close-up, but the crust has some really nice little speckles in it from that powdered banana that we added. When I was cutting through the layers, I ever so slightly pulled away when I got to the bottom layer so that it would kind of break off that final soap layer. I just wanted it to kind of give the crust a little bit of a crumbly look on the bottom as if we sliced a real piece of pie. But yeah, I think that this turned out really cute. I'm definitely happy that I added some texture on the top. I think it just gives it a little bit of intrigue. And then of course that dollop on top with the fake banana just really tops off the whole thing. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Doesn't look like a coconut anymore, I don't think. And again, this just smells so good. I'm really happy with this fragrance oil. It behaved really well in the soap, and I just can't wait to use one of these for myself. I know I've said it many times, but I'm just so happy with how this soap turned out. I've just been really wanting to make this soap for a long time, so I'm just glad that it worked out how I planned and that everything went so well. If you're interested in buying one of these soaps, be sure to check out my website, linked in the description box below. I've got a lot of other random goodies for sale at the moment. Usually my shop is a little more cohesive than it is right now, but I'm working on something at the moment, so I have a lot of really random products for sale. I'm real excited to talk about everything that I'm working on, but that will be for a later date. Thank you guys so much for watching and for the continuous support. If you enjoy seeing me make different soaps, be sure to check out my channel. I post videos every other Wednesday. And yeah, that's everything today, so bye for now.